Hey YouTube, I'm back this time with my Bath & Body Works empties for the month of March 2023. I don't have an especially huge empties for this month, but in terms of liking my fragrances, it was an awesome month. So no chit chat, without further ado, let's get into what I finished up in the first month of my spring Bath & Body Works Use It Up challenge. As always, I'll start with my hand soaps. The first one that I used up was my very first Sweet Grass Meadow. This is new for this year. Keynotes are dewy grass, refreshing mint, and watery lime. If you know me, you would know that I love grassy scents. I love things that are earthy, and this really hit the mark with me. So there's definitely a lime to it for sure. There's a citrus going on here, but for the most part, it is definitely like a very green, kind of vegetal grass scent, and I really love that. I feel like Bath & Body Works doesn't do straightforward grass scents enough. So if you guys watched my latest Bath & Body Works haul where I definitely broke my low buy, and I'll link it down below just in case you missed it, I wound up hauling 5 of these because I just really loved this scent. So I'm so glad that I have more. I would definitely 100% repurchase, as I clearly have. The next one that I used up is actually 2 different hand soaps in Once Upon a Lime. So I purchased both of these, I want to say at Summer SAS. I've had them for a while, I'm just now using them up. The keynotes are sweet lime, lemon zest, and sugar cane. So unlike Sweet Grass Meadow, this definitely is only lime all the way. It is certainly what it sounds like. And yeah, it just smells like a very zingy lime scent. I can definitely get a zest vibe from it. It is lime first and foremost. I really didn't get a lemon per se, unless you think about that zest, but yeah, just sweet, sugary lime is really what I got from this. So the thing is, I would not go out and necessarily hoard this. If I found it again, I would purchase a few more, but unlike Sweet Grass Meadow, I wouldn't go out of my way to find more of these. So again, I definitely would repurchase. It was a nice scent. It was nice to just kind of have a basic lime scent from Bath & Body Works. But yeah, I wouldn't pay a ton of money off eBay or something for this. So anyway, like I said, I would recommend it just in general, but it's not hoard worthy. All right, and the very last hand soap I used up is one that I did purchase. This one I think I got off Poshmark. So this was part of my vintage haul that I did several months back. This is Fresh Picked Heirloom Pear. And let me see if I have a manufacturing date on this. I can't imagine that there wouldn't be one. I mean, unless it was on a sticker or something, but I feel like this is recent enough that it should have one. But anyway, Fresh Picked Heirloom Pear is a great scent. It definitely was not quite turning, but was clearly getting older. So yeah, I think that Bath & Body Works, whenever they did fresh picked lines, they were fabulous. I wish that that would really be an annual thing, for summer to fall transition. I think that would be great if Bath & Body Works could bring that back every single year, because I feel like the fresh picked scents that they do are generally really wonderful, because again, they're not conceptual perfumey Bath & Body Works. It smells like a pear I would eat, and I really like that. Beautiful packaging, and yeah, that's it. So I think that what this showed me is that it's time for me to, I think, move on and be willing to just let go of scents from the past to a certain extent. I still enjoy my my vintage hauls, but even this was starting to show me that it was getting kind of old. So yeah, anyway, I'm glad that I used it up. It was still a nice fragrance. It didn't smell bad or anything, but yeah, I think I just need to start getting a little bit more picky about how recent my products need to be that are part of my vintage hauls. Okay. Now let's move on to shower gels. So speaking of vintage, I don't know if you really count 2021 as being vintage, but I did have to go to eBay to pick this up. At least I believe this one was from eBay, either that or Poshmark. I don't know, one of those. I did not get it at in the store. Okay, so the first shower gel I used up is Cherry Limeade. This is a scent that I'm really kicking myself for not picking up more of. I love this scent. So the keynotes are juicy red cherries, candied lime, and sparkling citrus soda. even though the cherries are first in the notes, I really don't get, I mean, maybe a little bit of a cherry, but it is definitely like a syrupy lime is how I would describe it. I know that's kind of weird, but yeah, it does smell like a legitimate cherry limeade. It does smell like something I would drink, and I don't even like cherry limeades that much, but yeah, it just smells exactly like that. Again, definitely lime forward, but something kind of syrupy too. I love this scent. I really wish I would have picked up more when they came out. So I would love to see this again at Bath & Body Works. If it comes out again during summer, so my annual sale or whatever, I would snatch that up. Great scent. I love it. The next one is the end of an era for me. This is Iced Pear Margarita. This is my very last shower gel, or really my very last product in Iced Pear Margarita. I used up everything that I had in it, you know, so far this year. Keynotes are Fiesta Pear, Baja Lemon, Mango Flower, Mayan Sugarcane, and Mexican Sandalwood. So this definitely does not smell like something I would drink. It is way too perfumey for that. But still, nonetheless, it smells like a perfumey, not quite conceptual, really just perfumey, a perfumey pear lime, and I really love it. Again, just like Fresh Picked, I thought the Fiesta collection was a fabulous collection at Bath & Body Works, and I just think it's really worthy of coming back. It did briefly, I want to say I bought this in 2019, something kind of like that. And I bought maybe like 5 or 6 of these, so I would definitely repurchase. And yeah, great scent, beautiful packaging. The Fiesta collection was very nicely done. I'm just now noticing there's like a weird shadow here. Let me see if I can, like there's a lamp right next to me. Hopefully I can kind of move it out of the way. Okay, there we go. Sorry, that was like really bugging me. Okay, so next, still on shower gels, I used up a cucumber melon. So the keynotes on this are crisp cucumber, watery honeydew, summer cantaloupe, sparkling grapefruit, and sheer woods. I picked this up from Winter SAS. I like to have a cucumber melon like once a year or once every 2 years. It's just something kind of nice to have in my collection, kind of nostalgic, very 90s, whatever. But yeah, cucumber melon, I mean, not a whole lot to say about it. We know what it smells like. I don't feel like I need anything in this anytime soon. I will say PocketBacs and hand soaps are very nice in cucumber melon, but for the time being, I'm good with it. The next, and maybe you're noticing a pattern of like green here if you have been watching my use up challenge videos. My challenge for myself in March was to use up all my green products. So yeah, that's why you're noticing a pattern of green. So the next green product I used up was my Fresh Gardenia shower gel. This was maybe one of my oldest shower gels I had in my collection, and I purchased this. This was from the very end of 2021, so I must have purchased it at Winter SAS in 2022. Keynotes are Dewy Honeysuckle, White Gardenia, and Cashmere Musk. It just kind of smells like, you know, the way that a gardenia does. So a very heavy, kind of velvety white floral. It kind of reminds me of Velvet Tuberose in the sense that it's kind of that velvety floral. But yeah, I used up actually both the shower gel and also the fine fragrance mist. I tore through this fine fragrance mist because I just loved it so much. I do have a couple 1 in a millions, which also reminds me very much so of Velvet Tuberose. So I don't think I'm going to go out of my way to pick up a Fresh Gardenia right this second. But honestly, I could see myself really going out of my way to find this again sometime in the future. So again, used up the shower gel. I used up the fine fragrance mist like really fast. I just really tore through it because I loved it so much. So definitely a repurchase, not for right now, but in the future for sure. The last green product I used up, and I guess this is gonna look probably a little bit blue, but the product itself was a really pretty green color, is a shower gel in Pear Creme Brulee. This is a repurchase from me. I purchased it for the first time, what was it, last spring transition that this came out, so in 2022? Yeah, so this was manufactured toward the very end of 2021. So yeah, this was from the original spring transition launch. So the keynotes are baked pear, caramelized sugar, and whipped cream. I don't get a whipped cream from it, definitely not. I don't think the pear smells baked. To me, it smells like a fresh pear. And this is not my favorite fragrance. I feel like it's a little bit kind of odd with like a fresh pear scent and like a toasted baked good, like that caramelized sugar. Like it smells like a fresh pear plus something cooked. So I feel like that mix is a little strange to me sometimes, but my husband actually mentioned that he really liked this, so I decided to repurchase it, even though at first I was just kind of like whatever on it. But as I used it up the second time, I found that I continued to just be drawn to it. So even though on some level it is a strange scent to me because I feel like it's a fresh pear rather than a baked pear, but I still really love it. And honestly, I would repurchase it. So I don't know, I can't really explain to you how I can say this is not my favorite scent, but also I'd repurchase it. But I don't know, something about it is really unique, and I could definitely stand to use up more of this in the future. So I would love to see it come back. All right, and the last two items I have are actually two mini fragrances. So, you know, like I said, I really made my way through my full-size fine fragrances mist this month. So much so that what I had saved up for April, most of it I've already used up. So for April, what I imagined I was gonna do was just use up my minis. So in April, you'll find that for my empties for that month, it's gonna be a lot of blue products because I just like to kind of color theme my months in spring because I think that's fun. But yeah, I had it in my mind that I was gonna use up my 3 mini mists, and I've already used up 2. So I need to kind of figure something out for what I'm gonna do for mists in April, because I don't know, well, I need something because I wanna save my wild honeysuckle for May. I digress. Let me actually show you what I have. So I used up one of my minis at the beach. This is the older of the 2 that I had. The manufacturing date on this is the beginning of 2020. At the beach is definitely not for everyone. It is certainly a like saltwater coconut is how I would describe it. Maybe a little bit floral too. It's pretty conceptual, but I really do love it for this time of year. Honestly, I love it for like toward the end of the school year where we're not quite done yet. Like we still have at this point 7 weeks and 2 days. Like it's something like really specific like that. So we still have several weeks of school, but we're really getting to the point where we're like starting to like get our state testing done and kind of transition into summer or like that kind of vibe. And so I really love scents like at the beach for this time of year where I've kind of got my eyes on summer, but I'm not quite there, but I want to like feel that way in a certain sense. So yeah, at the beach, really love it. I'm currently working on my second mini in at the beach. So you will see that in my April empties. But the other one that I used up was gingham. And this is the original. It's like freesia, clementine, and something else, whatever. So again, a conceptual, perfumey, clean, very much so a Bath and Body Works kind of fragrance. So I don't love gingham enough to have full-size products in it, but I can definitely get down clearly with minis and gingham. So I would repurchase, but I would not go out of my way to buy this. Okay, so that is it for my March empties. Hope you all enjoyed. I really love to challenge myself to use up my green products in March because green is my favorite color and spring is my favorite season. So I always have a good time in March with my fragrances, and this was definitely no exception to that. Again, my goal for April is to use up all my blue products. So we'll see how I go with that. And yeah, that's it. I hope you all enjoyed as always. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Schoolhouse of Iron. I'll put that down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.